Hey, what's happening, Roland? Well, today is Friday. It's time for the weekly update. Well, there's a lot of neat things that happened this week. A lot of it's centered around boats. Now, you know, last week I gave you a big upgrade, a big whole YouTube thing on all the features of my new Z21 Nitro, my new wrap, my new O'Reilly sponsor, and I went all through the boat and I talked all about that. And I'm real happy with that. And then that's my old truck. This is my old 2012 Ford truck. Well, in the meantime, just this year, I've got a brand new 2022 truck. It's very similar to that one, a little bit lighter in color. And I have the new 2072 Tracker Grizzly. Now, both of those are being wrapped right now. In fact, they're just finished. They're up at the place called Wrap This in Sanford, Florida. And the new truck will have O'Reilly wrap on it. It will have the Bass Pro Shop wrap just like this boat. And the 2072 Grizzly will be like this one, but it'll be all wrapped, just like what we see here. So now, and also last week, what I did with the 2072, I gave a whole update about how I'd done all the neat features. I'd done all sorts of different things to it. But since then, just in this last week, I've added active target to it. I've added a front step to get up on the front of the boat. I've added these guide bars that were better than the other guide bars. I've done all sorts of things to the 2072, so I'm going to do another update in a week or so on all the finished, complete 2072 ultra aluminum boat. It's the slickest boat in the whole world. Well, anyway, that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been working on boats a lot. And speaking of working on boats, I got a little project right over here. Let me show you this little project. Okay, you know I love to shiner fish. I'm a shiner fisherman. Well, the problem in the summertime, it gets really hot. I got a 30-gallon live well in my 2072 Tracker, and I have another 30-something gallon live well that I can carry along with it, but they're not insulated. And the water temperature right now in the Headwaters Pond and Okeechobee and some of these other lakes are anywhere from 88 to 92, 94 degrees. And that's almost lethal, because what happens, the ammonia build up and the oxygen depletion is such, and the biological oxygen demand is high. So the fish aren't getting as much oxygen, the ammonia is killing them, and so you have some real problems with temperature. And this is the way to deal with temperature. What I'm building here is a big live well, and it's going to be a 50-something gallon, 57, 58 gallon live well, and it's going to be insulated. Now, I don't have my insulation yet. This is just the inside. This is all gel coated. You know, it's all real smooth. And I made a mold, and it's just smooth as can be right here. And it's black on the inside, as they say. It's good. And then it'll have inch it'll be actually an inch thick of this special refrigeration foam. And then it'll be fiberglass on the outside. It'll all be white. And it'll have a top, and it'll have a filter. This is part of the filter system. And the water will come up from the bottom, carrying all the debris and scales, and put it on a big filter deal I have to build yet. And it'll be full of foam and charcoal and all sorts of good things for the filter. And that'll keep the water clean. But the main thing, I'm keeping it cool. I'll have a thermometer, and you'll see me use those little hand operated thermometers. I can shoot the temperature of the water, I can shoot the temperature of the live well. What I'm trying to do, if the water temperature is 86 or 88 degrees in the lake, I can go about 15 degrees is all I can go. I can't go any more than that, because if I go more than 15 degrees, then it shocks the fish too much when I put them on the hook, and I try to use them, it kind of kills them. So 15 degrees as far as you can go. So if I had an 88 degree water temperature in the lake, I can go down to 73 degrees in this tank. And at 73 degrees, you can hold twice as much bait. They're much more lively. And I add some tranquilizer to it. And I'll add methylene blue, and I'll add aquaflame. And I add different chemicals to the water. But anyway, main thing is I keep the ammonia levels low. Now also there's stuff called SAFE. And what it does, it eliminates ammonia up to a point. So if you have clean water like I'll have with the filter, and cool water like I'll have with the ice, and I'll put the SAFE in there, it'll knock the ammonia levels way down low. And that's probably the most lethal thing to the fish right now. Anyway, I got it all figured out. And it's I'm doing it kind of like the way the big guys do it, like Anderson Bait Farms and all the big people that transport fish all over the country. You know, they do oxygen, they have all the systems like I'm doing here. I'm just doing everything in miniature. I'm not commercial, I'm not selling my shiners, I'm just doing it just to do it the right way. But anyway, that's my goal. I'll have a great, better shiner operation. Okay, speaking of better stuff, hey, look at this. Look at my new reel. I gotta show you this. New Jackhammer Series spinning reel. You know what we're finding, what's happening right now at Headwaters? I'm taking these reels. This is a 6.5 foot. I like a 6.5 foot for the senko fishing. I can skip it under the docks. I can skip it under the trees. But it's just a great lure. And I'll put 15 or 20 pound test braid on this spinning reel. And I can drag it behind the boat if I want. If it's real clear water, sometimes I'll put a little leader, a 15 pound test fluorocarbon leader about that long. And I can just, with no weight, just dragging it over the hydrilla. I'll often have people, particularly inexperienced fishermen that can't cast too well, I'll just have them throw this rod out, just this very same rod right here with a, say, 15 pound braid, 12 pound fluorocarbon leader, and just basically drag that senko real slow and easy. And you'd be surprised how many nice big fish bite that senko just dragging it along through the hydrilla. Just lots and lots of them. In the course of the day, they're liable to catch a couple dozen fish just dragging a senko on this spinning rod. Now, also, I'm getting ready to go up north. I'm going to have some big trips. I'll be doing some smallmouth bass fishing up in Minnesota. I'll be doing some largemouth frog fishing. I'm even going up to Santee Cooper again to do some stripers and some more bass. I got a whole big stuff, and all week I've been planning and making phone calls and trying to plan my trip. I'm even going up to Canada. See, Canada's been closed because of the COVID. My good friend Angelo Viola does all my editing. He's still done my editing, but he's not been able to go fishing much for the last 2 years because Canada has shut down all their waterways and they shut down all their access to the lakes. And so because of the COVID, I don't know why they did that, but they shut it down. So now they can fish. And now you can travel in and out of Canada for the first time. So I'm going to go back to Canada this year. I haven't been up there in about 3 years because of all the restrictions we've had. And of course, that's all really great fishing as well. I love the pike fishing, the smallmouth bass, and the largemouth. I love it all. Just fishing. Anyway, that's kind of what's happening with me right now. But let me tell you what happened on Headwaters. The biggest thing that happened on Headwaters is right now there's afternoon thunder showers. Right now it's nice and clear. It's early in the morning, and it looks perfect. But this afternoon, according to the forecast, there'll be thunderstorms building, and this is late June. It happens in July, August, September, all through the winter, all through the summer. There are these summer thunderstorms that come up almost every afternoon. And what's going to happen today there'll be some thunderstorms. Because of that, Headwaters and Farm 13 and the Stick Marsh and Garcia and our whole big St. Johns River marsh system, Kenansville, all those lakes, Three Forks, all those lakes have water flow. And there's 5 or 6 structures between all these different places where the water's rushing back and forth. Some places you have to get out of the boat and go on the other side of the levee. Some places you can just come up through the boat. But anyway, I'm catching fish and moving water. It's just really outstanding. These fish are so hungry, they're so active that I can take a shiner, hold it. I even did this the other day. I held a shiner by the tail. And I held one to the tail. It was wiggling in the water, and daggone if a bass didn't come up right at the side of the boat and grab the shiner right out of my fingers. And you put one on the hook, and they just come, 2 or 3 come right to the side of the boat. So it's really a wide open bite. 3 days ago, we were fishing some of that moving water. We caught 105 fish. It was just an absolute amazing thing. Had one 8 1/4 that day. Had one a couple 7s. It's the best fishing I've ever seen. In fact, I had a guy and his wife. They were both accomplished fishermen. He had caught bass in the 13 pound class. She had caught bass in the 10 pound class. They had caught thousands of bass. They've fished tournaments all forever. But yet 3 days ago, when I took them and we caught 105 bass, he said it was the best fishing day he's ever had in his life because we had like 25 bass in the 5 pound class. You can't beat that anywhere. It's phenomenal right now. So moving water is one of the key things that I'm doing. Anyway, that's kind of the update for the week. I'm getting ready to go up to Sanford, and I'll be picking up my brand new not my Z21, but my, that's my Z21, but I'll be picking up my brand new Tracker 2072, all wrapped, ready to go, active target. Hey, it's the cat's meow. We'll give you an update on that soon. So, hey, thanks for watching. I hope I'll teach you a few things about how to catch these bass, particularly that moving water. Hey, son, we'll see you again soon. See you later.